What's up? What's up? Today, well, part of the day at least, I'm gonna work on this little 300 project I got going on. Been doing a little bit of adding a sub to it, slow walking it. Mind the amp over there. My boy BT built that box a while back. That's that Memphis Mojo right there. That's brand new. It's gonna bang for sure. So what I'm gonna do is, everybody takes that LOC, adds it to the back, up off the 6x9s and runs it down and gets your RCAs. But instead of doing that, I wanted to run a bass knob on my Alpine. That's an Alpine PDX 1200. I'm sure it probably could order one, but I had a couple of these laying around. Got this Pack LC1. Then I got this, I think I got this one off of Temu or something. I don't even know where I got this one at. But my idea is to take, hang on one second. Let me see if I can get this done with one hand. Hold up. Pause it, I'm back. So the idea is to take this knob, this LC1, this is pack piece, or this knockoff one here, this one here, and take it and we use it up front. But what I want to do is I don't know if it's going to work or not. I'm going to take a look at it and see what I can figure out. But I kind of want to put it down here. Let's take this little light control out and mount it up in here somewhere like that, facing it. Pull that panel up and, make a little hole and have the knob coming out a little bit. But seeing how this is one of them, you can make this use as a bass knob for any amp because it's got a RCA in and an RCA out. So that's how you get your volume control for your sub amp. I didn't want to run two sets of RCAs from the front to the back in order to achieve that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here to the front, check the schematic over here, and the Alpine amp, it's got the factory Alpine system in it. So the factory Alpine amp is down underneath, down in here. I'm gonna tap the wires here for the LOC, run a set of jacks over to the console here for my knob, and then run my set of jacks to go all the way to the trunk back. That way I only have to run one set of jacks to the amp versus running two sets. If I put the LOC back here, I have to run a set jacks forward and a set jacks back. That's what I'm trying to say. So I'm gonna try to, that's the reason I'm gonna tap the wires up front where the amp is versus tapping the wires back here where the 6x9s are. It's just solely because I'm gonna use the bass knob that requires double RCAs. But that's what I'm gonna try to do today, part of the day. I might get it finished. I'm slow and old, so this might be a little bit longer. It'll be short to you, but it'll be a little longer for me. But that's what I'm gonna try to do, and I'll hit you back here in a minute. All right. So, got the dash apart now. If you ever taken these apart, they're pretty simple. You pop that side cover off. It has two screws that hold this side piece on. You unscrew those two, and the rest of it just pops off. There's not a whole lot to that. You get to that, that's not a big deal. But down here is where the amp is. Right here is that amp. So our plugs are right here. We're gonna pull these plugs, and our speaker wires are in these plugs here. I got online and checked the schematic, put the year and make and model of the car. I think I got this one off of 12volt.com, and here it tells you what the front lefts and the front rights, and if you got the amplifier, what color the wires are. Pretty simple search. You can do it online. You can find what you need, and that's how I got this info here. I'm probably going to tap the front left speaker. I did a little research. Seemed like you get more of a better signal from that front left speaker and for my LOC. But that's where I'm at. Cut you back on in a minute. All right, got this LOC wired up now. Took my two positives and twisted them together, my two negatives and twisted those together, and ran them on the front left speaker connection. According to the schematic, it was a black 16-pin plug on that amp there. I tapped that gray with purple for positive and gray with yellow for negative. So the next step is I'm going to run these RCAs here to the LOC, run them over to this center console area over here. take this out, this top piece out. Try to figure a way to mount this little bass control knob, maybe flush mount it there or not. I don't know, but I'm gonna try it and see what happens. That I think I'm gonna use that LC1. It's a little bit nicer piece, that pack piece, and go from there. Get you back in a minute. Real quick. If you don't know how to take this knob off this shifter, it's pretty simple. You just take a flathead screwdriver. Say that's on there. Take a flathead screwdriver, a little thin, a little small one. You just kind of go around this little chrome ring here and press it down around the sides, and it'll come down. And then you just take a pair of needle nose and right around the front of this shifter. I'll just go and take it off. You'll see there's this metal focus. This little metal clip right here, that's a locking clip. I don't know if you can see it right there. You take a pair of needle nose or so and just kind of pull that out, and then this will just come right off, in case you didn't know. And that's in order to get this little center piece out. All right. Turned out better than, well, kind of turned out all right. I was kind of putting it in a different spot, but it's a general area. And it works out pretty good. So that's the new bass knob location. Pretty smooth. I like it. Just a little different. Next thing we gotta do is finish running the RCAs, put it up, put the dash all back together. The only thing left to do is tucking everything away with the RCAs and hooking the amp wire, the hot and grounds up to the battery. Be ready to fire this thing up. See you in just a minute. All right, we got the RCAs run back to the back. Going to tuck them under the carpet here in just a second. And then we're going to run this power wire and ground cable to the battery. Should be just about it. Should be able to test it here in just a few. Get this done, I'll be right back. Yeah, and we also forget about the remote wire to turn the amp on, of course. I run it down here to spot 12 in the fuse box. That's the cigarette lighter fuse. I use one of those ATA fuses, so I just stuck that in there and put the fuse in there. Cigarette lighter, is, you didn't know, is ignition only, so when the car comes on, it'll turn the amp on. So we'll use that wire with like I said, an ATA fuse, and we'll move on to the next. All right, got it all wired up. Just neat. Built me a little fuse holder right here. Fuse holder holding the fuse. Everything kind of zipped up out of the way. Got the wiring all done. One thing left to do is see what it sounds like. See what it sounds like. Catch you back on in a second. Well, we all know video doesn't do justice to what you get when you hook up a sub, but I'm gonna play you a little sample. Here we go. It's my partner from way back. I hope this ain't no copyrighted music or nothing. Sounds pretty good in here. Not as loud as far as the highs goes that I like, but the sub is doing the deal. It's still brand new and fresh, so I gotta give it a little bit of time to break in, but turned out great. Thanks for checking it out. Now we down to shoot, blaze a pound, burn the town. It's just a hustler's attitude. Hustling.